So have you ever heard that phrase, rain-powered solar panels? And maybe wondered, especially thinking about a place like Houston, if that's, actually a thing.
Ah, yeah, it definitely catches your ear.
Right. But while it sounds intriguing, the real story we're digging into today, based on the sources, is maybe even more powerful. It's about resilience during some pretty extreme weather.
Exactly. And let's just clear that up right off the bat. Solar panels themselves, they don't make electricity from rain. That's a common misunderstanding.
Okay.
The real innovation and where you get that resilience, especially in places like Houston that see a lot of storms, is from hybrid energy systems.
Hybrid systems, meaning.
Meaning you combine the solar panels, the photovoltaic tech that turns sunlight into electricity with, critically, battery storage. That combo, that's what keeps the lights on during those tropical storms and heavy rains. It's proving absolutely vital.
Okay, so let's talk about Houston specifically then. It gets loads of sun, right?
hmm
But also, famously, a ton of rain. How does that, play out for solar power when a big storm actually hits?
Well, Houston's climate is pretty unique for solar. You've got great annual sunlight, which is perfect for installing panels, plenty of potential energy.
Makes sense.
But, and this is the crucial part during hurricane season, you get frequent heavy cloud cover, high humidity, and that really impacts efficiency. It can drop panel output down to maybe 15–22% of their potential.
Wow, that low.
Yeah. So think about a decent-sized system, say 15 kilowatts. On a bright, sunny day, maybe it generates 95 kilowatt hours. But on a really overcast day, especially during a storm system like Hurricane Beryl, you could see that output slashed by 30, even 50%.
Mm.
We saw one case where that 95 kilowatt hour output dropped right down to 60 during Beryl's cloud cover.
Okay, that kind of drop really drives home the need for, well, a serious backup plan then. So how do these systems, especially the battery part, actually manage to cover that gap? Are they always enough?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? When Beryl hit, one system designed to power most of the home, its solar output just plummeted by 60%.
60. Wow.
Yeah. That kind of intermittency, it really highlights why you need smart, adaptive energy management. And that's precisely where battery systems, like, say, the Tesla Powerwall, become absolutely essential.
The storage.
Exactly. They store up the extra energy generated during those sunny periods. So when you have a multi-day outage, like during Beryl, they can provide continuous power. We saw one homeowner, they had two power walls, about 27 kilowatt hours of storage total. They went 34 hours without grid power, but still had 75% of their battery capacity left. Another example, someone with three power walls managed to keep their home running completely off-grid for 4 whole days.
4 days autonomous.
Hmm.
That's seriously impressive resilience. So what are the, key things a homeowner needs to nail to get that kind of result? What did the sources show really worked?
Well, the absolute non-negotiable seems to be getting the battery size right. Optimal sizing is critical.
Okay.
There was a case with just a single Powerwall, and during prolonged cloud cover, the system actually shut down when the battery reserve hit just 5%.
So not quite enough buffer there.
Exactly. The takeaway seems to be, for Houston's specific climate, pairing maybe 2 or 3 Powerwalls with a solar array of at least 15 kilowatts, that gives you a pretty reliable 48 to 72 hours of backup, even with typical storm cloud cover.
Got it.
And, the benefits go beyond just keeping the lights on. Some participants were in these demand response programs.
Where you sell power back to the grid.
Right. They earned over $1,000 in a year doing that. Plus, there's this cool feature called Stormwatch mode. It automatically charges the batteries to full when a storm is forecast. That alone prevented over 12 hours of outage losses for people during Beryl.
So it's not just backup power. It's interacting with the grid, saving money, being proactive. Sounds like a really smart system. Can you give us, one specific case study that pulls it all together?
Sure. There was this one home in Houston, really well-insulated spray foam, which helps. They had a 15.4 kilowatt solar array and 2 power walls.
Okay.
During Beryl, the grid was down for 40 hours, but they kept everything running. 2 AC units, a pool pump, even charged their electric vehicles.
How do they manage that load with just 2 power walls for that long?
Smart energy management, that was key. They adjusted their thermostats, bumped the AC up to 76 Fahrenheit during the day, 78 at night. Simple tweak, but it cut their AC usage by 30%.
Oh, clever.
And they shifted when they used big appliances, like the dishwasher, running them during peak sunlight hours when the panels were producing the most. It really makes you think, if one home can manage its load that effectively, What are the possibilities if this becomes widespread?
Right. Okay, so wrapping this up then. The takeaway isn't really about rain somehow powering solar panels.
Definitely not.
It's this strategic combination, right?
Yeah.
Solar generation plus robust battery storage. That's what delivers the real power of resilience. And the results were pretty impressive, like 98% uptime during outages in these cases.
Yeah, 98% is remarkable. And if you zoom out, look at the bigger picture from Houston's experience. Investing in these solar plus storage systems, it's starting to look less like an optional extra and more like, well, a necessity, especially in this climate era, and definitely for homes in areas prone to storms. So the thought to leave you with is, how does this apply to your own situation? What does energy independence and resilience mean for you? Maybe this kind of setup isn't just a luxury anymore, but actually a vital shield against, an increasingly unpredictable world.